Hi guys, how is everybody? Can't see you guys right now. How are you all? Okay, wait. I'm trying to get this sit the right way as usual. I'm gonna hi. Oops. Hi there, you guys. Trying to get this to face right. Okay, there. How is everybody? How is it September? I know today is September 14th. That's Recall Dum Dum. It's Recall Dum Dum Day. Let's hope they did recall Dum Dum, right? So I don't know. Did they? Didn't they? Not sure. Hi, I'm trying to fix this. It's like, hello. Oh my God, you fell in the shower? No, I'm Rick James, bitch. I just saw that. It's hilarious. I'm Rick James, bitch. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do my colors because like I just got up again. Well, no, I was up at 4, but now I just got up again. I had to go to the dentist. Had a huge, ugly thing in my mouth, a blood blister, and I think I got it when they put that thing in your mouth. You know what I mean? The look at this stupid thing. Uh, Upstate New York. Thank you. You know when they put the stuff in your mouth to take the X-rays? I think the thing went right there. Anyway, it's this huge, like, ugly blood thing. And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, we can't do the root canal until you get it checked out. But then I came home and then like Bobby's like, just poke it. So I poked it and it's kind of bleeding out of my mouth. I'm like, oh, yuck. So that's good. I poked it. Yeah, rinse with warm salt water. I will. It's a hematoma thing in my mouth. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah, thank you. This is my summer shirts in LA. I know those things make me nuts. They're like, okay, open wider. I'm like, am I dating you? No, I'm not gonna open wider. Um, oh my God, right? Oh my God. Yeah, we're praying for a recall. You want an update from me? I think that probably Newsom will win. No, I'm sorry. The other guy, some other guy will win because, God always wins. So somebody else will win, but Newsom will cry like the spoiled baby he is. Those bite wings. Yes. I hate though. Okay. Can we stop with this? Look at the whole time's been ridiculous. Yes, Rick James. I was going to answer there. Okay. Don't move. If I'm crooked. Oh, I'm crooked. Anyway, yeah. So I'm Rick James coming to you live from Sloan's living room. Anyway, I think that they'll probably say somebody won and then another person will win, right? So it'll be like, I know, I'm Rick James, bitch. No, Prince, I'm serious. My camera doesn't do that. Like, I'm literally doing nothing. I sit in this chair, as you know, because this is my set. I have to get like another set. I have to go out on the road, on the fly, whatever. But, and my hair's all weirdo too, because I fell asleep with it wet. So, Oh, dental hygienist. I bet you wouldn't have cut that shit in my mouth, right? Oh my God. Anyway, but what happened is, the hell? I was sitting here, I use a different camera. I use my iPhone to do these, but I use my Panasonic G7, Panasonic Lumix G7 to film my videos. So I was filming, happy birthday, Kim. I was filming it and I'm just sitting here exactly like this. The camera is exactly where that is, but it's a different camera. This is why it shows everything. Hi, Bethany. Thank you. Yeah, I know they're selected, not elected. Anyway, I know cocaine is a powerful drug. Yeah. So anyway, Prince stepped in the camera because that's how it started. I did the video on Prince and I literally was woken up with, why'd you do a video on Prince and not me? And I'm like, who the hell are you? Sometimes they do say that. Like it was in my thoughts when I woke up. So I was like, and then when I was running, I was like, oh, it's Rick James because I was hearing his songs in my head. Then I had to go dig through my music and I'm like, let's put his music on and run, right? Prince is mischievous. And I was asking Prince's energy today, where are you at? Who just called me? Somebody just called me. I was asking, this is bugging me. Sorry, you guys, I'll stop fidgeting. I'm a fidgeter. Anyway, I was asking like, Prince, where are you? And he's literally flipped on our energy. So the energy of Earth or however you want to we're this dimension. Prince is literally on the flip side. So I got the impression, okay, this is going to sound really weird. I'm going to put it sideways, not up and down, okay? So, because if I say we're above where Prince is, you're going to think he's in hell or something like that, right? That's not what I mean by it. I almost feel like Earth is here in a bubble and Prince is here. And they butt up against each other like this. And then there's another one and another one and another one like that. And you can flip the hamster wheels around and people can transfer into different dimensions. That's kind of how Prince is showing me. So Prince is almost making me feel like he's caught in a little chain links of bubbles attached to bubbles. He's kind of making me think that, and he's very close to this level here, okay? So, but he stepped in on the Rick James video. Yeah, Buffalo, New York. There you go. I'm Rick James, bitch. Yeah, he seems a bit like he is tied to here. That's how it seems to me, because he steps in front of the camera. I've had other people step in front of the camera before, but he really steps in front of the camera, right? So, oh my God, that's how Prince shows me. But remember those hamster wheels? I told Lila, you can't bring that freaking hamster wheel in the house. When she had the little hamster, we don't know where it went. But anyway, because you know they go on the little hamster thing and it's got little holes in it. It's a circle and they can run through your house. Well, no one tells you they pee while they're running. So it has little air holes. So like your hamster's peeing and it's going through the house, right? It's all the pee's going on the floor. Anyway, those round things like this, that's how I see it. I see it like this, like this, like this. So butted up against each other and against each other and against each other. That's where Prince is. That's why my camera, oh yeah, they do everything. You got to give the hamsters the air holes, but they never tell you, watch out where you let him run. Like you could let him go on the cement, but do you really want him in your kitchen? It's the hamster, not Prince. I don't care if Prince is in my, I don't care if Prince is in my kitchen, but the freaking hamster peeing on the floor, I got a problem with that. But anyway, you know, I'm not a fan of the hamsters because I'm not even going to do that story. It'll make me sound like a crazy person. Anyway, yeah, no, Prince stepped in front. That was Prince, like literally stepping in front. I'm sitting here and he steps in, right? Yeah, thank you. It does. It matches my tattoo. There you go. I changed colors. Suddenly I like yellow sunflowers because of Keithy. I'm telling you, Rick Fox is a man. Oh, yeah, Rick Fox. Hello, 6 foot. What is he, 6'5"? Rick Fox is the man, but he's a baby to me. I think he's younger. Yeah, Rick Fox. Wasn't he dating, oh my God, Elisa, whatever her name is, the actress? And he married Vivica Fox, but oh my God, he is so, let's look up Rick Fox while we're talking about it. Let's do that. Let's look up Rick Fox. Out of all the foxes, Rick is the fox, not Rick James. Rick, yes, Eliza Dusaku, whatever her name is. Yeah. Let's look up Rick Fox because I want to see. Yeah, he's Canadian too. See, my man is Canadian. He's not even my man. Didn't he play basketball, business, something? Oh, look, he's a Leo. We could never be together. He's another Leo. We might kill each other. He's a football player, right? American football coach. No, he's a basketball player. I don't know, whatever. He's some basketball player. Yeah, he is very, very good looking. But he is, how old is he? I think he's younger. You know, the young one, the older men like the younger girls. So it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, he's a fox. I don't know what he'll be like when he's older, but super cute. Okay, so he's 6'7". Perfect. Yeah, hamsters are creepy. I'll tell you a hamster story. Eliza was my crush. That's random. Yeah, no. Well, hello, she was dating Rick Fox, or she might even be. He's a Canadian, Bahamian. This is what they say on Wikipedia. Okay, his name is Ulrich Alexandra Fox. Ulrich, come visit me. Sorry. I've never heard that name before. I'm like, what? What is that name? Yeah, I know he's super cute. And he was with the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. I should know this. I don't watch basketball. Yeah, Vanessa Williams. I thought he was with Vivica Fox. I take that back. Yeah, Vanessa Williams. He's with, but I bet you, you know, and he's got, and he was dating that Elisa girl. So he's born in 1969. So I'm too old for him. 3 years older. That's too old for him. I can already tell you, my God, the man is handsome. How do you get to be 6'7"? I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm going to say that all night long, like a crazy person, okay? Like a nut. That's what I'm going to say. Lady Gaga is Amy Winehouse. I don't know that I can go there with you. Let's look at Rick Fox. Well, there's him and Kobe, but he looks like he might be a little, he's a male Leo. You know how they are, ladies. You know, women Leos and male Leos, totally different. Totally different, okay? Women Leos do all the work, all the effort, all the everything. Look at the male cats in the jungle, right? What do the cats do? They're like, I've got 6 girls and they're all going to bring me steak or whatever cats eat in the jungle. I know. Well, I already did. Look, I mean, he's super cute. Super cute. Yeah, very cute. Y'all know what he looks like. Super cute, super tall. I bet his kids are super cute. Like when you're looking to make kids, I never thought about it because my first husband was short and my second husband was normal, like 6'2". Johnny is my, you know, kid's dad. So that's a normal height. I mean, whatever. But genetics do play a role in your kids. I know. I don't think Lady Gaga is is Amy Winehouse. I can't go there with you. I'm sorry. I can't. I have a toddler Leo and he's feisty. Yeah, Leo men are just like, he didn't sell out. No, Rick James, he may have had demons in him, Rick James, when he went on the drugs and he did that sexual shit, because that's demonic. I mean, okay, anytime you have a guy, no, John is about 6'1.5". He's 75, gonna be, well, next April he'll be 76, and he's still 6'1.5". I mean, you know, if he hunches over, yeah, because I got to tell him to stand up straight, but sometimes his back hurts him. But anyway, no, he hasn't really shrunk. A lot of people do shrink, but he's gotten taller, and his boys were tall. I mean, I think I'm the shortest female in the family, I want to say. John's teeth are real. Or are you talking about Rick Fox? I don't know. I don't know if Rick Fox's teeth are real, but John's teeth are real. Yeah. Okay, so what's a good sign for Leo? Yeah, I don't know. I just got to be able to feel the man, the presence, you know, of the person. And for me, it's I know or I don't know. It's just I'm a Scorpio, husband is a Cancer. Well, that's both water. Rick was not. Yeah, no, I didn't get that Rick James. I don't know. Tammy Faye Baker. Sorry, the eyelashes. All the women now, I do love Lenny Kravitz. He's 5'7". I could do that too. I'm not really picky. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, don't you notice all the women now look like Tammy Faye Baker with their eyelashes? Okay, getting back to Rick James, give it to me, baby, super freak. When he was on drugs, his behavior, okay, so what he told me, and by told me, I absorbed the energy myself, you know, like that, but what he told, I know, I love me some Lenny too. I think Lenny's afraid of us all, though. He's like, these bitches are stalkers. It's probably like, oh my God. But anyway, I think what he was saying is when he did the drugs, I know, funk punk. I say funk punk, whatever. But when Rick did the drugs, what he was saying is they really took over his body. Now, anytime you do freebasing, even if you're a wino, an alcoholic, a crack smoker, a meth snorter, a coke snorter, I don't know what people do, a fentanyl sucker, a needle pusher, whatever, okay? And you get out of your body, because understand, drug use is a connection to leave the physical body and kind of go into a state of death where you cross out of this atmosphere. So yes, no, he told me he got bone damage from cocaine. That's, his joints were rotten from, yeah, I know. Why in the world? I know, because John's old. No, John has all his teeth. I mean, like me, he has root canals, and we're both Canadian, but he has his teeth. Canadians sometimes have that, but, and the, you know, the German, Irish, English shit, right? So But anyway, yeah, we just get root canals or caps, but he doesn't, he has all his own, I don't know, weed'll throw you out into the astral level. People don't realize it. They think they're all like, you know, like, oh, I'm okay because I'm doing the drugs. That's ego, that's bravado, right? I know how to do the drugs. I know right on the teeth. Who asked this question? Like, yes, his dick still works. His teeth are real. He hasn't really lost height. I don't get men that can't, you know, in my life, I've never met a man that can't have sex. So I'm just saying that. I don't know who these guys, my 86-year-old dad still has his own teeth and still good. There you go. There you go. I haven't met a man that can't have sex. Like the ones that I met that couldn't have sex, like kind of like weird transgender women with penises, whatever you want to call that. So they're gay, basically, is what I'm saying. I haven't met a man in my life that can't get it up. I don't know. I don't know who these people are. I hear it all the time. Oh, erectile dysfunction. I'm like, who are you talking to? Like most men, I mean, is there even a thing called sex addiction, or is it just hormonal to men, right? I don't know. I know someone's sizing John up, right? Like, what the hell? Yes, he has his own fucking teeth. And even if he didn't, I wouldn't, I mean, I don't, you know, do you know how many people go and put fake shit in their teeth and they look stupid? They whiten them too much. That looks so dumb. So dumb. Yeah, men on blood pressure medicine, absolutely, but not John. That's all I'm saying. I haven't met them, and I know people on blood pressure. I just haven't met them. I don't know who we're talking about in society. It's such an abnormal thing that we push this in our society, that we push men, you know, push men out there. You know, do you know what I mean? And we tell them that they have, I know, chiclet teeth and they're all white. See, these are real teeth. Oh, I have a cap back there, but I'm going to have another cap where the root canal is because, you know, yeah, their teeth look like Mr. Ed. I know. It's so weird. But anyway, Rick James, getting back to Rick James. I just went on a sex tangent again. Rick James, Viagra makes men angry. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Okay, prostate removal is one thing, but I'm just going to say, I've never met a man that can't get it up. I'm telling you, in my life, that hasn't happened. So, I mean, at 14, I had one little friend, but he turns out to be gay. So, like, he was trying to date women or make out with women, and I was like, yeah, I was that kid at 14. Anyway, yeah, I think they make them worry and believe that they are. I know. I've never fucking met a man like that. I guess I can smell it, you know, like if they can't have sex, I'm like going somewhere else. Yeah, my teeth are a bit chipped in the middle. This one chipped here, so we had to file it. It's, you know, when you bite in meat to popcorn or this. If a man can't get it up, I'm not dating you. That's a roommate. So I'll go get a roommate. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't need a guy who can't get it up with psychological problems or mommy issues or fucking anger issues. You know, anyway, I just can't. I'm like, no, that is a deal breaker. Okay. I know you crack. That's from TMJ. I have a huge bone rupture I can't now blood blister. I sent the picture to Bobby. I'm like, look. She's like, oh my God, what is that? I'm like, I don't know. She goes, pop it, pop it. I'm like, I'm not going to pop it. And then I went in and brushed my teeth and then it started popping. So, you know, poor benzo abusers can't get it up. Oh yeah. Too many steroids. Why do we have a whole country of men doing steroids, losing their fucking hair, losing their male hormones, which makes their dicks hard? Why? Oh my God. Anthony, I don't think you have any problems over there in Toronto. I have no issues. I never said you did. But why are we doing that, right? Don't take okay, somebody asks, Carol Ann, about chiclet teeth. You know the people that get the fake teeth? Like, who has chiclet teeth? Oh my God, what's that guy? Don Lemon, CNN. He's got chiclet teeth, and no, maybe it's not him. There's a guy on Entertainment Tonight, and he has chiclet teeth. So they put in like a whole thing of teeth. I guess like I don't know if it's a bridge or if it's like what do you call them, veneers, or if it's what are those fake things that go in there? You know, the metal things. Yeah, it's all like their teeth are all perfect, okay? Veneers, it could be, yeah, they're called veneers. It might be that. It could also be like Johnny Carson had the bridge, you know, so it's like all perfect. And they're like implants with that. Yeah, it could be one or the other. But they look like chiclets. Like it's like, no, like look at your teeth. Like you're seeing how, but like your teeth, you know, they're all different. Like my one side's kind of bigger here. Well, that's because we had to file the side down because I keep chipping it. I chip it. I have to wear shorter necklaces because when I run, I smack my teeth. It's angry. It makes me crazy. I need to get 2 teeth pulled. No, don't get them pulled. Just something. Yeah, so that's what I mean by chiclet teeth. It's like when you see them, you can see them. What's that guy on Entertainment Tonight? I'll show you. He got those teeth from AliExpress. I'm going to go back to Rick James in a sec. No, let's see. I'm going to see that Don Lemon. What's he saying about Gavin Newsom? Maybe it's not Don. Okay. Don Lemon. Donald Carlton Lemon. Because he's French. Anyway, he was born March 1st, 1966. So he and I are exactly the same age. Baton Rouge, Lemon, French, Louisiana. And he started in 2014. I don't think it's him with the chiclet teeth. I take his teeth back. He doesn't smile at all. Let's see his personal life. Yeah. Okay. He came out as gay in 2011. I'm sorry. We probably already knew that, but you know, come out if you must. Did we get cake at this party? Oh, David Wilcox. Yeah. Let me look at the guy on Entertainment Tonight. Entertainment. I haven't watched it, but his teeth, it's chiclet teeth are like when you look at somebody and you look right at their teeth because you're like, what the hell are their teeth like glaring at me like that? No one watches Don Lemon. Is definitely French and new. Yeah, but it's his name spelled lemon. Like he is a lemon. It's Don Lemon. You're a lemon. Can we take you back? Usually grinding teeth. Yes, I have the dental Tory here where the bone gets down. That started in 2009 for me. Yeah, the black guy on ET. Not that we're racist, as opposed to what's his name running against Newsom. What's his name? No, I just forgot his name. Elder. The blackface of white supremacy. So like if BML can't go fight for that guy, I can't listen to BML, right? So I just can't listen. Okay, let me look at that guy on Entertainment Tonight. Entertainment. Now you got me. Entertainment Tonight. Yeah, it looks like chiclets out of a chiclet pack that they stuck them on your teeth. I went on a show. Well, that's not news. But anyway, I went on a show for Adult Swim. And the host was from Toronto. So we're getting ready in the green room. His name was Derek, I believe. And we're getting ready in the green room. And I mean, I can't remember if his teeth were shitty or not. But he literally had this paint he was putting on to make them whiter. Yeah, Adult Swim. He was putting them on to make them whiter. And I was like, looking, he's covering up the brown. I don't know what the hell he was doing in the back. Probably smoking the pipe, right? But yeah, Kevin Frazier is who we're talking about. Let's look and see this guy. Okay. Okay, well, they've doctored up those teeth. Hold on. I don't know. His teeth, when you see him talk, they made them too big for his mouth. Oh, yeah, Busey's teeth. Well, Gary Busey had a motorcycle accident and lived, which was very, I mean, I guess it's fortunate. I guess it's fortunate because he lived. But he's so damaged from the motorcycle accident, high on cocaine, you dumb jackass. Okay, you can't really see it because his teeth look fine, but those are veneers. Like when he opens his mouth, they're a whole other different shape. Yeah, everybody does it. Yeah, he had a terrible, yeah, I heard about Sammy Sheen. Well, you know, I don't know what that's about. But yeah, Gary Busey had a terrible, yeah, John's daughter is kids' friends or friends with Busey's son. So, and his son looks just like him. His little son, I don't know if he has older sons, but his little son looks just like him. So that maybe wasn't the accident that made him look that way. I'm just saying. Maybe, like, he looked kind of off anyway. A little bit, you know, whatever. Unique. Could be that way. There you go. I think you can tell if someone has veneers. Celebrity probably have fangs. That's what I'm thinking. And then they put the veneers over and they take them out, right? Yeah, he was veneers are bad for your health in general. Yeah, I don't have them. I mean, I'm trying not to. My braces need to go on. You know why? I know no one cares. But anyway, this tooth bucked out again because I had a brace behind there that I always kept in, a metal retainer. Hi, Bobby. It burst, Bobby, in my mouth. I sent Bobby the mouth picture of the blister that looked like a liver living under my tongue. And I was like, who just fucking hexed me? It's Rick James, bitch. Anyway, she said pop it. So no, I hate that this one though is rounded, and this is like the way I like it. I let them round this one. It pisses me off because now I can see, it's just the Virgo in me. I can see the inconsistency, but we do as Aquarians take, I'm glad. I think everybody should take care of their teeth. That's what I think. But anyway, the blister burst. So I popped it with a toothbrush. So it's a blood blister, and they probably put that thing in the dentist's office in there, whatever. Okay, so getting back to Rick James, right? Getting back to Rip Van Winkle. Getting back to Rick James. No, yes. Doing Rick James video, okay, with this guy on the boat and his gold tooth. Yeah, Jason has a gold tooth like that. You pop it up. Of course, last winter, Jason got a root canal. His tooth was hurting him. So he went to this dentist, different guy than I went to, same office. And he's like, yeah, because he's on the insurance, right? And he's like, yeah. So he goes into our dentist, and he's supposed to get a cap on the tooth. And he's like, yeah, I'd like a gold one. Excuse me. You're a white boy from Canada. Hello. Yeah, I don't whiten my teeth. You know what? I use baking soda, but this is my teeth. I don't do that whitening shit because it's just, I'm going the opposite way, whatever. Peroxide, gargle. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, so Jason had to get a gold tooth because it was his mama's Christmas gift. And, you know, he calls me. He's like, I'm going to need some extra. I'm like, really? For a fucking gold tooth? Oh, yeah, he's got them, like, down here, right? I'm like, I think the tooth was like, I know, Jason, right? I'm like, can't you just put, like, a cap? Does it need to be gold? He's like, it's better. It's better in the long run. I said, yeah, he said the gold's good. It actually lasts longer when you use a gold thing, but he wanted it to shine gold. So it is gold. Who is Dick and who works? Wait, and still, oh, I have no idea. I know Jason, you know, Jason thinks he's a person with a gold tooth. I need a fake diamond. Oh yeah, you can glue those on the teeth. That's easy. They do it with a heat lamp. Yeah, well, his mother got him a gold tooth. It was his Christmas. I'm like, I'll pay for your root canal and your stuff. We had insurance, but it was lapsing because I let everything lapse after Keith. I know. Well, Jason's a pimp and a rapper. Didn't you know that? It's Pimp Jason and Rapper Jason. I look at the gold tooth. I shake my head. I'm just like, because this tooth that is gold, when his mother had him, I do use coconut oil. When his mother got him braces, that would be me when he was younger. The kids had braces. And then he pierced both his lips here, the snake bites, and they went through his tooth and cracked it. So, like, he does the stupid shit I do with the necklaces. You know, my necklace, I had a cross down here, a thick one, and it went bang right in my face. So, anyway, yeah. So, he's Pimp Daddy Jason. It's fine. He can have the gold tooth and call your mother. He's working. He's on, what show is he on? Dancing with the Stars, Singing with the Stars. I think it's Dancing with the Stars. Oh, he'll knock the shit out of somebody that comes. I'm not worried about him getting robbed. I am not worried about him. I'm worried for the robber that tries to rob his ass. Yeah, so no, I have insurance for teeth through Costco, actually, which you can put people on. But at the time that he was on my insurance, it was after Keith had died, and it was, you know, you can do that in particular instances for like 6 months, put people on, even though they're adults, when there's whatever things happen. So when Keithy died, I carried over Jason's insurance onto mine just to make sure that if there were tooth problems, and there always are. So there you go. Yeah, I'll be asleep by the time he gets back, I think. I don't know. But anyway, getting back to Rick James, when I'm sitting here doing the video, I'm using, can you guys see it? I have it up. See my camera up there? I record with that camera. There it is. So I record with that camera up there, and I put it right where this is, but it goes on my stand over there. So I record and I sit exactly here. I have it the same. The lights are the same, only it picks its high definition more. So it's like even more frightening. Like it's like I couldn't be on camera TV because I'll be like, oh my God. No, Jason's 29, Jesus. And he was 28 at the time, but because of what happened, I carried his insurance onto mine due to everything that was going on with Doodleberry. So that's how that happened. So yeah, Costco, if you go to, I know I'm going to sound like a weirdo. Go to Costco, go to services on their website if you're a Costco member, and you can get Delta dental insurance, and you can look through all the cities. And I think for each one in our family, you can do a whole family. So everybody's like $86 a year or $96. You can't go anywhere you want, but you can put in your zip code and wherever. Like I put in zip codes in other neighborhoods, and you can find those dentists, and you can switch without waiting. So, but it's through Costco. So every Costco member, they get a group thing with it. So for example, I'll just give you an example on Jason's studio insurance at the same doctor. Okay. Run from eggplants. Jason's studio insurance. Okay. So he has studio insurance. That's like the best insurance you could get. And our endodontist, root canal guy. So with the studio insurance, Jason was going to be paying $800 and something. I walked in with our Costco insurance, put it there, and it's $485. Same procedure, same doctor. So like I go through Costco. Honestly, I really do. I know no one had any idea until you have tooth problems and you realize most insurance is bullshit because you end up paying $2,000 or $3,000 a year, and then you have to use it by December. This is not the case. So what cost Jason like $900 almost, or whatever it was, $485 or it was under $500 for the root canals. So it was the same, right? I mean, like we use my insurance. That's why we did it. We put him onto mine. And then he took time off work. That's how we were able to do it, you know, the COVID and all that. So yeah, so you go through that. But like if you're married or you have like, you're all adults, one adult, it's $86 a year, or 96 now. Maybe it went up 10 for the whole year. And you're effective the next month. Like you're effective right then. So if you get them before the 21st, you're effective. I use it because, I mean, you get, whatever, you just pay really discounted, and there are really good doctors on there. So yeah, Rick James and Prince. Okay, honest to God, Prince did that in his video. Now some people step in front of the video, you know that, you've seen other videos, but Prince stepped in like that, and the camera, Prince steps in because he's so close to this dimension. Yeah, I use their pharmacy too. I got the stuff if you OD on heroin at the pharmacy. I'm not gonna OD on heroin, but I have friends, I have people, fentanyl, whatever, the nose spray. I think everybody should be carrying Narcan because they're putting fentanyl in everything, right? I don't use fluoride. That's not what I'm doing at the dentist. I'm usually getting like, this is a broken cavity from chewing too much popcorn. You know how that is with me and my popcorn. It popped, Bobby. I popped it with my toothbrush. Just before I did this, I was talking to you and I did this. So yeah, the heroin pushers, but I got the Narcan in my purse. So like if you OD in front of me, I can put this shit up your nose. And it's $150 at the pharmacy for 2 of them. And you can get them online, and I think it might be $20 cheaper online. So I think everybody should be getting it personally and keeping it in their purse. I now carry Benadryl, and it's so funny. So I went into the endodontist, and the little girl behind the counter, she was saying, are you allergic to any medicine? And I'm like, no. And she goes, penicillin? I'm like, no, because I'm taking the penicillin. I said, not yet. I mean, it's possible. And she says, so I said, but you know, I've never been allergic to, I can't handle Benadryl. It makes me crazy. Anyway, I have mouth guards. I wear them every night, trying to keep this little buckaroo from bucking back out. This little thing bucks right out like a buck. It's like buck, because I never pull my wisdom teeth. Why they got you pulling your wisdom teeth for? Always pulling the wisdom teeth. Well, then your jaw sags. Duh. No, don't pull your fucking teeth. Keep them in your head. Because if you have a skinny face, like you need to put something there. Anyway, so the little girl was talking to me and I said, you know, it's really weird. I got stung by wasps and I had a weird, aw, Deborah, I'm sorry. I had a weird allergic reaction to the wasps. Like my lips swelled up and I was having trouble swallowing. Then I was having a panic attack. Then I had to get the Benadryl. Then I went to the urgent care, but I decided not to go in. And so I said I had a weird reaction to the wasps. And she looks at me, this little girl, she can't have been more than 30, you know, I don't think. And she goes, you never know what they're doing to those bugs. And I looked at her, I go, what do you mean? She goes, you never know what they put in those bugs. And I go, you mean Bill Gates? And she just looks at me and her coworker was like rolling her eyes. And I was like, oh my God, right? Oh my God. Yeah, I have never done Botox and I have like panic disorder over food poisoning. So Botox is not for me. It is not. They want us to pull some people. Yeah, I don't pull. I just never pulled my wisdom teeth. I refuse to let them pull teeth. I've done root canals in my wisdom tooth and I don't allow it. Even though my mouth is crowded and this Bucky thing and then the retainer behind it, whatever. And it's $80 to replace every time, but I just never allowed them to do it. So my wisdom teeth are in. I want my jaw. I mean, you know, no, I didn't get the root canal. I didn't do it. I went just to talk to the doctor and he sent me to a specialist because of the blood blister, but it's gone. So anyway, Rick James is here, but Prince is very close to the dimension. So it's like this, like I was saying, it's like this, very close. So like one here, one here. It's almost like I see, like if you look in the mirror and you see your opposite side, it's like Prince is on the other side of that mirror and he can see us. We can't quite see him. We're not aware. Some of us can, but, and I don't see him the way you think. So, meningitis from a bad tooth. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, impacted is sideways. Mine weren't sideways. And you know, I took Keith and they took one of Keithy's out for his braces and he had exactly the same thing. Keithy had one longer tooth than the other. And I just remember, I'm like, Keith, I'm gonna have to get that tooth. Cause you know why? I'll tell you the Keith story. When he was 2, he was at a party up the street, kids party, and he fell and he knocked his 2 front teeth out. They were hanging by a blood thread, you know, like the pulp in the tooth. I took little Keithy in because my grandpa said that he did it to my dad, I guess. Or was it my grandma did it to my dad? Somebody did it to my dad. They said they pushed the teeth right up into the gums. So I held Keithy down. Yeah. And I pushed his 2 front teeth straight up into his gums. He screamed like a banshee. It must have hurt like a mother. He was 2.5. We were at little Eileen's house next door. And he fell, like he put his foot up and kind of fell sideways, knocked those 2 teeth out. I had John hold him and John's like, don't make me do this. I'm like, hold him down. I can't get the teeth in. And I literally shoved his teeth up into his gums. I did not, maybe he was more 5 or something. Because anyway, his teeth grew down. They didn't die. They went back up. I wasn't going to, maybe 4, 5, 2.5. I don't know. It was the baby teeth or maybe it was just the permanent teeth. But I remember him being little. So it might have been 4 or 5. Yeah, he was little because I was at the one house and we moved after that. So he was under 5 and we pushed them up. Now my 2 teeth here, the same thing happened. I fell when I was ice skating and for some reason we pushed them up, but not the same way, but not the way my dad did it. But I remember like pushing my teeth back up myself when I was a little kid. I was 7 when that happened. So I did it for Keith and Keith's teeth grew down perfect. He had his nice teeth. Yeah, I did it, but he probably remembers me being a psycho when he was little. Oh my God. Yes, you have those teeth, Bobby, the back part of them, right? Yeah, they were baby teeth, but you don't want them. You want them to stay in because you want the natural teeth to grow down. You want the natural teeth. Otherwise, the root kills it all the way up and it can cause a problem. He was fine. He went back to the party, played, ate cake, did everything. I shoved them up there. This is what I did. I said, we are not going to the dentist. We're not taking his little teeth out. Because then you got the baby teeth and you got the whole, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, not happening. So little Keithy did that and I know, but it was so cute. Yeah, see, on the bathtub, exactly. So I did that, but my grandmother did it to my father. That's where I learned it from. So there you go. Oh, thank you. Somebody gave me a super chat. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Holly. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I have a feeling taking out wisdom teeth. I don't. It collapses your jaw. But anyway, Keithy, they wanted him to take his wisdom teeth out. He had one out to make room for the other teeth, right? When we did the braces with him, and he had spectacular teeth. Thank you. Aw, thanks, Eric. Thank you so much. Yeah, Keithy had spectacular teeth. So we went to the dentist and they said he needs to take the other 3 wisdom teeth out. And Keith is like, no. And so Jason steps in and goes, I need mine out because, you know. And so they took Jason's out all in one swoop. And now he goes, why'd you let me take my teeth out? I'm like, you're the one that said they hurt. Like, whatever. Right? Thank you so much for that, you guys. I know. So Jason went and did that. But I feel, oh, Deborah, yeah, exactly. I feel like Prince is literally, so like if I was to stand with somebody on my back right here, yeah, we had braces. All of us had braces, not John, all of the rest of us. Anyway, well, because John's a grown-ass man, but I still did it. Elizabeth, wow, yes, straight front shovel back. Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. But if somebody stands right behind you and like they do everything you do in movements like this, but you can't see them, but you can feel them, but they can see you and they know how you move, that's exactly what's going on like that, okay? Keith washed in coconut oil. He brushed his teeth in coconut oil. He did all of that. And cocaine is a hell of a drug. I'm Rick James, bitch. That cracks me up. Yeah, the bubbles. That's what I was seeing. Like he's in a world right like this. Thank you so much for that, Eric. Thank you. 2 of them. Thank you. No, Prince, not Rick James. Now, how was Rick James not, how is Rick James not looking, I mean, how was he not sold out? I think when he did the drugs, remember, when you're out of your body, okay, when you leave your body, right? And you leave your body and you go, because you're high. You go to different levels on the astral. Weed throws you right into the like closest astral where everybody kind of crosses through. And then when they don't want to die, when they're fuckers and they hang around and, you know, the ones that, the ones that wander the earth, those ones, that's where you go like on weed. I don't know where you go on heroin because I think you bypass that and go to another dimension, fentanyl, heroin, all of that, because there's a feeling of death when you're doing these drugs. So when they leave, oh, they broke your jaw. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the dentist episode on Seinfeld's funny. Jerry's like, I think they molested me. Yeah, you wish, buddy. Anyway, so I've had teeth, Jason and I have had teeth worked on with no anesthetic because when the kids were younger, I tried to teach them not to use drugs because I was insane. So like we did everything all natural. And Keith, he didn't, but Jason actually had a cavity done with no whatever. Oh, hi there, Lucinda, and your son in Antonio, Texas. He was about 10 when that happened. But anyway, when you leave your body on drugs, it's a feeling of death. Like when there's a feeling of release when you die, okay? Yeah, of course you had a past life. How did you get here? I never use the gas. I don't use the gas. But you leave your body when you do the heavy drugs. I'm right out of my body. Even when I do whatever, Tylenol, I'm out. Like I'm literally out. But you leave on the bigger drugs, the fentanyls, the heroines, the morphines, the Tuanols, the Sequinols, shooting up meth. Don't even do bath salts. Bath salts is just a demonic portal. Meth is a demonic portal. Okay, don't do that. Like it's like literally. There you go. You've had them drilled without anesthetic. See, I've done it too. I don't do it anymore because I'm a big baby. But I do have to use the non-adrenaline stuff because I get heart palpitations. Yeah, DMT is released in death, correct. But what I feel is when they do the heroin, they shoot right out in a different way. And so I'm talking about drug addicts, not people at the dentist or people in car accidents or whatever. But there's a problem because once you leave your body, Rick James did a lot of drugs, right? So once you, mushrooms, I ended up in the emergency room, okay? No, hell no. Almost bit my tongue off. It's a whole other thing. But when you do these drugs like Rick James, he didn't have to be sold out because you're allowing, if you get dead drunk and you get so drunk you don't remember what you're doing, or you're doing a bunch of cocaine and you're like, this is great. That's the trap. The drugs are the trap. So the drugs are the trap because they keep you in a position where you're not fully in your vehicle, your body, right? So it's like somebody else is driving your Volkswagen outside. So the drugs cause your soul body, your etheric body, to step to the side. Not necessarily out. You haven't let go of your cord. You haven't done that. But you don't know who the fuck's in you, because I guarantee you, Rick James, he's lighting up the crack pipe with his woman and he's like, let's go get that executive from wherever, Warner Brothers. Let's bring that bitch home, fuck her, tie her up, burn her, tie her to a chair so that she can throw our asses in jail, right? I'm pretty sure the drug-fueled demonic energy, because you're letting it in. They want you doing drugs, right? Oh yeah, I can't, the epinephrine in the dental, I can't take it either. I can't take it. I vibrate like this, like, what's going on? Marijuana, I don't know. You go right to the closest astral level to the earth. So marijuana is like closest, right? Smoke it if you want. Dude, shoot up if you want. I don't give a shit what you do, or anyone does. But just because you allow demons in, I get fentanyl for back pain. I feel great. I'm not talking, yeah, I know everybody went around sucking the lollipops with the morphine on them. Like when you see all those people with their lollipops, it's like, you're not fooling anybody. So no, you can get record deals. If you'll notice, Rick James was taken out with the energetic blackmail of his body, okay, of his body, meaning he had a drug problem because of his emotional issues from his childhood, onward trauma, whatever. So they used that energetically from the astral level to take his career down. He only got so far. Yeah, he was popular, but he only got so far. And then they ripped it down, which for him, he's saying he wasn't sold out. Not every single person's going to be sold out. Some of them are going to hit great fame and then, you know, off they go. Now, I was watching this. I know I love Super Freak. I was like dancing down the hill like this. I was like this down the hill. I had my headphones on. I was going like this. This guy's running and he's like looking at me like this, like I'm insane, right? Because I'm singing out loud, and you know I can't sing. I'm a bitch that can't sing. I'm Rick James, bitch. Anyways, I'm like like this down there, like it's disco time, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, there's fentanyl pops. I know all these kids be licking the lollipops like in high school. I'm like, how stupid do you think the parents are? I mean, like, we're not stupid, right? Yeah, so anyway, yeah, she's a very kinky girl, the kind you can't bring home to mother. But you know, his mama was very kinky. That's why he says it like that. She gave up the presence of not being whatever. But you know, deep down, if you be going like that, you know where that's from, right? Okay. Anyway, so what happens is, not everybody's sold out, and you can tell when their career is ripped out from under them. Oh, when you see all these adults sucking lollipops, I thought there was morphine on them, fentanyl, morphine, whatever. I don't really care. Like, yell at me for being wrong. My daughters have Rick James biography show. Oh, do they? Yeah. So I don't think Rick James was, but he was very clear. Somebody asked me, how come Prince had to be stealing Rick's energy? And I'm like, because that's what Rick is saying. You understand? So he was aware of it. So it's just like you, when you go to somebody's house, or you have a group of girlfriends, a group of guy friends, you buy something and suddenly they cut their hair like yours exactly. They wear the same jewelry like yours exactly. They start buying the clothes exactly. Do you know what I mean? MIT create fentanyl in the 50s. I knew fentanyl was around when I was a kid. Fentanyl, Tuinol, Sequinols. Like, it's nothing new to me. But, you know, it seems to have made a comeback through the Chinese border, through the South American border. And I read somewhere where somebody said all of our medication is going to be laced with it because we get all our meds from China. So expect people to be up and dying. 4 of those comedians died no, 3 in Venice from snorting coke. I'm pretty sure they didn't know there was fentanyl in their coke because I don't think they were speedballing at the time. I don't think that was their purpose. So it's in the cocaine. Cocaine is a stimulant. I assume if you're doing cocaine, you want to be up, not down. I could be wrong. But you may want to go down later, but you know what I mean? So I don't know why it was in the cocaine. Like, who's putting the fucking fentanyl in the cocaine, right? Does Jason drink and smoke? I'm probably pretty sure he does. Not cigarettes, probably weed. Yeah, I don't take anything, but you know what's going to happen? Thank you so much, Pixie27. But you know what's going to happen? China's making all of our drugs. So what's to stop them from, they put lead in shit. When the kids were little and they used to order, for the pimples, Accutane, okay, from China. I was like, can you not take Accutane from China? So it's Jason. He would get it delivered to the house from China. And I'm like, how do you even know what's in that? You know, because it was like $600 here. Like, how do you even know what's in that? So for a month prescription of Accutane that you take for like 5 or 6 months if you have acne, it's never something that I would take Accutane myself because it dries up your organs. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. But they had, I don't know what's in it. If you Accutane, well, I took, when Jason was younger and he just had the acne that John's family has, you know, and we went to the dermatologist to get the Accutane, and she said it was $600 and you have to get blood tests and check your liver, which is really the good way to do it. So I told Jason we didn't have any money and we couldn't do it, and I couldn't pay for it because we didn't have insurance. I was trying to keep him off the Accutane. This little kid went online and got it from China. And I was like, when I found it, I went ballistic. I don't know if it worked. Well, he just had to go through hormones, you know, like, yeah, he just had to go through hormones. John's family, they got that kind of skin. That's all. I mean, I didn't have acne. Look at me. I'm like, I didn't have it. That's usually a lot of Capricorn planets, Aries planets, the cardinal signs. Capricorn rules the bones, placement of Saturn. It can be that kind of thing. And it's hormones and genetics. Keith and I never had any kind of acne. We just had flush skin. So Jason and John are the ones that had the acne, and probably Jimmy, and I don't know if girls get it as much. There's some women that get it. Oh my God. Tracy, thank you so much. That's so nice. You know, that's going to tattoos. Y'all been sending, rules the skin too. Yeah, Pisces also rules the skin, the blood, the skin, the circulation. But Accutane causes, oh my God. Yeah, well, why would you give a baby Accutane? Oh, you mean when the mother's pregnant? Yeah, you shouldn't be taking Accutane. Angel, my daughter, is 19. She loves Rick James. Very cool. Super freak. Thank you, Tracy, for that. Thank you. Let's see what my son was on life support. Wait, why was your son on life support? Yeah, everything's for the tattoos. Eric said make it rain, and I didn't even have to take my shirt off. Sorry. Bad joke. Don't hate. In the old days, I'd take my shirt off to make it rain. Now everybody's got their shirt off. So clothes on makes it rain. See, ladies? Reverse world. Okay, there you go. But no, what I was saying with Prince is I feel he's in, you know, when literally this is what I see. When you blow a bubble like that and it goes, and you know how the bubble goes into two parts like this, two bubbles, they're like this, and they kind of elongate. Prince is like on the other side of this dimension. So I think he flows back and forth because he stood in front of this camera. That was him. I've had the camera go whatever. He had a sudden death episode, but survived being dead for a while. I think they took him out. And Rick James, yeah, Rick James, I mean, is interesting. He made a point of telling me personally, I believe Prince was, yes. I'm not here to judge him. Yes, I believe in clones. I never believed in clones before. I believe in it. You know why I believe in clones? I believe in clones because I can watch Biden and I'm like, if that's not a clone or a demented mental patient, I don't know what is. Yeah, weak ankles, Aquarius. You're right. Or a placement, Saturn in Aquarius, or yeah, something. I thought Prince went. Yeah, no, I feel Prince is dead or on the astral. Now, listen, when I first channeled Jimi Hendrix, and again, he was probably my introduction because he wrote music and I never wrote music, okay? I think Prince was jealous of Rick James. I'm not joking. I think it's the other way around. That's just from what I feel. Okay, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Okay. I feel Rick James came. Now, Rick James, he's an Aquarius. He's going to grandstand. He's going to be like, hey, baby, I'm Rick James. Okay. We know that. You know, he had his hair, he had his jewels in his hair, he had his funky shirts. But let's keep in mind, he came up along it and it feels like, you know, it just feels a little bit different. Yeah, Prince is on the Astro. There, you pick him up. Moon Dancer. Okay, so Jimi Hendrix. Now, when he died, I think it was 78, 77, 79, whatever it was. I, again, don't yell, was listening to the Babe City Rollers and Queen. That's as far as like my music went. Except I had a very diverse understanding of Frank Sinatra, all kinds of like 1940s music that my mom would let me see, right? So other than that, it was Queen and the Bay City Rollers, really, for me. All right. You know, just Perry. You remember Perry Como? My mom would put his tapes in my Christmas stocking. I thought I was going to die. Roger Whittaker, like you are going back, because my mom was so old when she adopted me, right? But I was like, fuck, could you please put something else in here? Like, oh my freaking God. So I would just go, yeah, your mother did, but my mother was like in her 40s. By the time I was a teenager, she was in her 50s, and she was born in 1927. The mother that raised me, not my mother. My mother was the same age as John. She would be a year, she might be a year younger than John. So she'd be like 74, my mother. But you remember Roger, I thought I was going to die. She would put it on and she'd be like, I love the Osmonds too. Not the chubby younger one, the older one. Oh God, I'm so mean. Not Jimmy Osmond, the other one. But anyway, Roger Whittaker, these are names that people don't even know. I was forced to, this was a form of hostage taking for me. Like, it was so, I don't even know what to say. I was like, oh, Gordon Lightfoot, I know, because I went to public school with his kids in Toronto, public school. Anyway, Roger Whittaker and Perry Como and Frank Sinatra. But I like the Frank Sinatra. I like the Frank Sinatra. I used to close out my shows with Frank Sinatra. So I like Frank Sinatra. Yeah, we're close in, you're 50, I'm 55, exactly. But I couldn't handle the other shit my mom would try to put on me. But I had a vast education of things and actors. And like I said, as a little kid, I would run home and watch Charlie Chaplin. I like to watch the miming. So kids were watching cartoons, I was watching Charlie Chaplin. And sometimes I would run home and I would watch my dad on TV because he would be being interviewed locally in Toronto for whatever the hell he did. I'm still not really sure, but I would watch him on talk shows with whatever it was he was doing. So I would do that, and I would watch Charlie Chaplin for half an hour and then run back to school, okay? And so that's what I would do. Yeah, and Rudolph Valentino. Not a huge fan of Rudolph Valentino, but Charlie Chaplin I was, but I'm not of the person, because he married his cousin. She was 13. That makes him a pedophile. Sorry, I had to say it. I just have to say it. So, yeah, the 40s movies, I'm kind of like in my head over there. So I resonate with everybody born in 1940 something. My whole peer group circle is in their 70s. It's just always, my teachers are born in the 40s. I mean, it's just, you know, I resonate. I think I died and came back too early. Like, I tried to get back, like I probably tried to get back, right? Perry Como. Oh, see, you love Perry Como. That's hilarious. I was like, make it stop. Now I'd be like, can you put on some Black Sabbath, motherfuckers? What is Perry Como? Like, I know it's better, probably calmer for you, but Charlton Heston cracks me up. I call him Old Stoneface because he's like never an expression came off his poor face. There you go, born in 1949. Some of my best friends are like literally that age, okay? So, and I married a man 21 years older, 20 and a half. So, and most of my boyfriends were 20, 30 years older. So I also, there's, you know, that's a childhood abuse issue. But besides that, karmically, I think I literally died. I think maybe I was, you know, maybe I was with the group born in the 40s and someone took me out, meaning, you know, ixnay off the planet. And I tried to get back, but I couldn't get back until the 60s. And so therefore my peer group had gone on and were the parents, but then I had parents that were older than them. So like my mom would be that raised me, she would be turning 95. Okay. So it's that kind of thing. So I had 2 generation gaps with my parents. Like they were grandparents' age when they had me. So that's normal now. But anyway, what the fuck was my point? I have no freaking point. But Rick James, I actually think Prince was jealous of Rick James or whatever. That sounds weird because we look at Prince and we go, what Prince was more accomplished and his career went on and on and on. But we look at Rick and Rick was raw. Okay, like raw. He was just raw, which makes him real, which makes him authentic. He wasn't, I'm sure Perry Como was a good person. You know who wasn't a good person? They did have my brother naturally. Yeah, my brother is biologically their child. Okay, so wait. What was I going to say? Oh my God. I was going to say something. Who sings Bing Crosby was a bitch, okay? He was not nice. He was not nice. He did all that shit on TV like... is going to kill it in a good way. Yeah, well, I've actually... Okay, what's his name? I just said his name. Bing Crosby, White Winter, whatever, all of that stuff. He played the nice family thing. He was a psycho. He went out there publicly and people went, oh my God, he's so great. Let's give the fucker an Oscar. While he beat his son, beat his kids, fucking sick fuck. Probably raped them too. I shouldn't say that, but I don't like Bowie, but that's, everybody likes Bowie. I don't like Pink Floyd. I don't like Bowie. Nothing about Bowie I like. Sorry, come kill me. Don't come for me. I'm allowed to have, there's nothing about David Bowie I like. I never did like David Bowie. I never liked the way he looked. I never liked the way he sang. Everything about him was offensive to me. It could be, I think he's a Capricorn. It could be that, or it just could be I don't like him. You know how you have that? Yeah, I don't like Bowie at all. Yeah, Bob Hope. Now, this is interesting. Talked about seeing, Bob Hope. One of John's best friends lives next door to Bob Hope, and she is the one. Her name was, I'm telling John stories now. Her name, I went to her funeral. That's all I can tell you. At the country club next door to Bob Hope's, wherever the hell he lives in Toluca Lake. Yeah, Hope was a handler. I know. His house was right next door. Her name was Joan Castle. If you ever look that up, she was the one responsible for making all of the jewelry for the movies, the gold cast for Cleopatra, all the movies out of the 40s and stuff. And I think she might have been Canadian. I got to look her up now. Anyway, I didn't know her. She was a Republican, so we probably would be mad at her at this point in time. She was a donator to the Republican. Anyway, when I first met John, he was with her son, Jeff. So that's how I knew Jeff. And he lived next door to Bob Hope. So the house was next door, right in there. It's not a huge house, Bob Hope. I mean, it's a nice house, but, whatever. It's next door to that country club and on the golf course and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, put on your red shoes. You know what that is, right? Put on your red shoes, your red skin shoes. Yeah, I don't like Bowie. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to look her up, though, to see if she's even there. But anyway, when she passed away, I'm trying to think how many years ago that was. Her daughter-in-law ran the business. They did all the casting for that. Oh, I was talking about Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. I can't remember the name of their business. I think that was her name. Anyway, they did the gold casting company for all the movies. So I just don't like Bowie. I mean, there's certain people I don't like. But anyway, Jimi Hendrix. I got sidetracked. Jimi Hendrix. When I saw him, I didn't even know who he was, okay? Did not know who he was. So... I know the red leather shoes. Dorothy, she's in the fucking red shoes. She's on the astral level. They killed her and she's wearing skin shoes, okay? If you want to know about that. Of course Bowie had an affair with Mick Jagger. That's horrific in and of itself. I can't. I mean, like, okay. I'm sorry. Get the image. Ew, 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 out of my head. Okay. Yeah, I do love the Rolling Stones, but I can't look at Mick Jagger's face because he's, when they take over the body, Tyler dances like that, skin shoes, No, I mean, it's a thing. I Google it. I'm not making it up, Yes, Saturday, night. Okay, sorry. 1978, 79, whatever. Scottish bands, whatever. But when I saw Jimi Hendrix, he came to me. And when I say that, I saw him like I was looking at a movie screen in a house. It wasn't as big as like a movie screen. I know the Pope wears those, but I saw Jimi Hendrix like literally like they do at Coachella, where they put the people, they put the people on stage that are dead, like Nat King Cole or whoever it was, a hologram. I saw Jimi Hendrix like a hologram, and he kept wanting me to write music, okay? Like, yeah, like a hologram. And I was a kid, 12, 13, and he'd been dead for a while, but I picked him up everywhere. And I went through a doorway psychically where I went like right, I know, right? I went right back in. Jim Morrison was on the astral for a long time. I had tons of girlfriends that married Jim Morrison. Please don't go batshit crazy on me, but these girls, psychic girls, people coming into psychic shops, people getting readings, Morrison was somebody that was engaged to a lot of females on the earth, on the astral level. Meaning he lived over there. It's a long distance relationship. It's a long distance relationship, okay? It's not just Chicago and California. It's astral. I had many a girlfriend that was like wearing an engagement ring from Jim Morrison. Obviously, they bought their rings at the stores, but it was bizarre, okay? Bizarre. I was like, bizarre. But anyway, Jimi Hendrix would come to me for years. I mean, probably from whatever, 78, 79, just after he died, all the way up until, till I left Toronto. So I was 20 when I left Toronto, 19 turning 20. All the way up to that time, he was literally coming into my space, and I was not asleep and not reading other people. When I was like 15, I walked into a club where somebody was impersonating Jimi Hendrix, like a band, cover band that does Jimi Hendrix. And I saw his picture because I didn't give it a second thought. I talked to this guy a lot. It was really weird. He played and he wrote music and he was calm and it was all kinds of things. And I walked in and I looked at my friend and I was like, who is that? And they're like, duh, it's Jimi Hendrix. And I'm like, that's the guy I talked to. I was like, and they're like, okay, crazy. And I'm like, no, that's the guy I talked to. So, but a lot of people channeled Jimi Hendrix, a lot, I think. Yeah, I might have had that. Yeah, I might have, I don't know, but I think he came to a lot of people. I've met a lot of people, psychic and not, where Jimmy could come through from the astral. Okay, so, and Jim Morrison, yes, he was getting engaged to fucking everybody. Like back in the day, okay, so Keithy was, I'm just going 4, 5, and 6. There was tons. So before 2000, okay, before 2000, there was tons of people all over the valley. Some psychic girls, some healer girls, some whatever kind of girls. And these girls literally would wear engagement rings on their left hand. And they're like, what? Britney Spears, shut up. Are you telling the truth? Oh my fucking God. Did they kill Britney Spears? Don't tell me you're joking. Oh my God. Wait. Just tell me. I'm sick to my stomach. What do you mean she put? No, she deleted her Instagram. She's not dead. Don't freak me out. Oh, she's trolling. Okay. No, she's not dead. It's not true. Because my heart was going to be really pissed off and I was going to march out the front door. Oh, she deleted her Instagram. Well, the handler, now look, my phone froze. The handlers deleted her Instagram. Well, because she's getting married to her handler. Okay. Like I can't talk to people anymore on, no, it's not funny because she is a domestic violence survivor, child of MK Ultra, Project Paperclip, sexual torture before the age of 4 in order to split the personality. If you look it up, that's what happens. I'm not making it up. It's documented, okay? Yeah, I know. No, I'm sure she died. I understand what you're saying. But whoever this person, it's just not funny. Yeah, they're going to kill Britney. You know it. She's getting engaged to her handler. Paperclip was the Nazis. The Nazis came over from Germany. You know, the guy with the mustache and all of the doctors that did experiments on people, including vaccinating them, including removing uteruses without anesthetic, usually on women, which Hitler hated because he was gay. Right? And then I don't think Christina Aguilera is normal. Just saying that. Anyway, Project Paperclip doctors and their offspring and Himmlers and the other guy in his 70s, who was the other guy that they hunted down? Mengele. The offspring came over to Canada and came over to the United States and continued on with the master plan for the master race, which is none of us, okay? So those doctors, actually there's a huge lawsuit going on in Canada right now in the psych hospitals from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, because all of the people that were having nervous breakdowns, doing all kinds of whatever they were doing, okay, whatever kind of things, little kids like me whose parents would send them to the psych hospital because they were psychic or seeing things, right? So anyway, those people started experimenting on the people in the Montreal hospitals, in Canada, Montreal, okay? Of course, Project Paperclip and the Tuskegee Affair and thalidomide babies, just to name a fucking few, okay? But anyway, Canada's suing for the psychiatric experiments on the patients that they never told them. That's what the guy with the mustache in Germany was doing all through World War II. Okay, we're back. Anyway, I know it buffered and my face went weird. I hate the buffering and my face goes weird. It goes buffer and then I go. Anyway, so Project Paperclip, MK Ultra, all of those things. The reason people have handlers. Let's look at an abusive relationship. Let's just look at a girl that marries a man that is domestically violent, abuses him, a control freak, a fucking asshole, a CEO, a billionaire like Bug-Eyed Bezos, Donald Trump, any of them, okay? When they have a handler, they would be the handler. Their wife is going to do what they want them to do because it's business or money, all right? That's bullshit. That's a lower level handler. It's abusive. It's an abuse cycle. I got to do what my husband says because he has business dinners and I have to behave in a certain way, vote a certain way, do certain things. That's bullshit, okay? So, of course, Fauci. Of course, Fauci is Himmler's baby. Fauci's Italian, like I'm 6'2", okay? So if you're in a domestic violent relationship, marriage, parental, it's those parents. Remember Tanya Harding's mother? That's a handler, though it be a drunk, insane handler, but that's a handler. A handler is a person that allows the celebrity to go out and only do what they want them to do. They can't have their own opinion. Why do you think they all vote the same? Why do you think they all say the same things? What, not one of them has a different opinion? Not one? Brooke Shields' mother as well. Not one celebrity has a different opinion. And the ones that do, that's a different kind of handling. It's controlled, yes, interdimensional handlers, exactly. It's controlled opposition. So you got the controlled opposition over here, Ike and Tina. I know, exactly. So you've got this over here and you've got that. And interdimensionally, they control. It's interesting, but how come not one celebrity can say publicly what they really think, except what they're told to think, okay? Like nobody can speak out, okay? Yes, When Doves Cry. Think about that one for Biden. They're all actors. Anybody that thinks the government is real, I want to slap. They're like your vote. I can't. No, they're all fake. They're all fake. This is a fake game. This is a fake game. Go like this. Go in their face. Just look at the insurrection and watch what those people with the horns on their head did. You really think they got close to the Capitol? Do you? Do you? Do you really think that? Because you go try to scale the walls right now. Go try to scale the walls and see what happens to your ass. I have not watched the Met Gala, but thank you guys. Yeah, I have not watched the Met Gala, so I don't know. Yes, but see, Nicki Minaj has a whole host of demons in her body. That's what they're talking. Okay, so let me just explain this. Sorry, I fidget. I'm not a good TV host. I'm fidgeting. I'm not proper. All right. So let's explain. Nicki Minaj is a good one. Okay, first I knew she was crazy when she started pumping that ass up, all right? She was so cute and suddenly now whatever. Yeah, of course, everything is ritual. Ground zero is a ritual. Okay, ground zero. I gotta tell. That's what I want to tell you. Hold on, before I talk about Nicki Minaj, I'm good, thank you. Let me talk about September 1+1 day. Okay, I have to do it this way or I'll get booted off of YouTube. Okay, so that summer, me, Johnny, and it isn't, thanks, Mindy. Yes, it is. Thank you. Me, Johnny, Jason, and Keith, we flew to Seattle and then we drove to Kimberly, British Columbia to see my side, birth side of the family. And then we drove back over to Penticton, you know, all of that to see John's side of the family. Then, because Seattle is right by Vancouver, it's like a 2-hour drive to Vancouver. We drove to see the cousins and they were living in North Van, right? So we would do that, right? So 9/11 comes along and it's August. It's like August. It's after my birthday. So it's like the 20th of August and we're coming back to California, right? And so we driving from Vancouver to Seattle, 3-hour drive, catch the plane. If you've been in the Seattle airport, right, you notice that it's all open, it's glass, and you notice that they have a lot of like Middle Eastern people in the airport. I'm assuming they're Muslims, I don't know, but they wear the head garb and all of that. But there's a lot of it, right? So we're sitting and there's our plane. Like we're gonna board, but we're not, right? And the kids are little. Jason's just learning to videotape everything. So I think Jason's like 2001. I'm trying to think. He was born in 92, so he's like almost 10, right? So anyway, he's got his little video camera. The plane is there, and I watched the pilot of our plane going back to LA get out of the, like, go around the plane. I guess he's checking the tires, right? So I'm watching him and I'm sitting there. Now, keep in mind, I'm already having panic attacks. I'm not eating well. I'm not sleeping well. Oh, thank you, Ola. Thank you so much. I'm not sleeping well. So I'm already crazy, right? So I'm sitting there and we're watching, and I don't fly well anyway. At that time, I don't care now because I'm not going on a plane because I'm not going to follow the rules. But anyway, we're sitting there. The kids are playing. Jason's videotaping everything. And I watched who I think is the pilot of the plane. He comes around to the front and he does something with his foot on the tire like this. I flash into some kind of vision and I jump up and I literally turn around in this airport full of Islamic people, I want to say, or people coming from that country background. I don't really know what their religion is. People from the Middle East, the whole airport at that time. I go to John. I'm not getting on that fucking plane with that fucking pilot. And I say the name of that person. So it would be considered racist. And I am screaming in the airport like this. Jason's got the camera on me. And I'm like, would you turn that down? Keith's crying. And security comes over. And they pull us into a room. I'm like, the plane is going to crash. This is me in the airport. I'm going crazy. I'm like, I'm not getting on a plane with that Middle Eastern pilot, right? Obviously, psychic Tourette's. John is like, oh God, do you need a drink? I don't drink, right? So he's like, I need a drink. And they're talking to me in there. Like they think, no, it was like August. Could have been from the 20th of August to like the 25th of August. Somewhere in there. We're coming home from Canada. We usually went in the summer to Canada. Okay, so I'm going ballistic. They don't let us out. The plane takes off. I'm fine. They book us on another plane. The whole time, the stewardesses have been warned that I'm fucking crazy, I'm assuming. And Arabic or Muslim, yeah, Middle Eastern. Yeah, I'm not going to do your politically correct shit. It's Middle Eastern, okay? I'm going to speak the way I want to speak. I don't give a shit what the media says. I'm from that time frame, and at that time frame, that was the word. I'm not going to sit there and do it. You can call me a cracker. You can call me a white bitch. I don't fucking care. I'm not going to be a whiny pansy and say it. They're Middle Eastern countries, period. So if you want to call me a racist, go right for it. Add that to the list of names. I'm just not doing it. Sorry. So we were in, and I used the word Middle Eastern. So now you're trying to re-script what I fucking said, okay? You're trying to rewrite my words. No, it's not going to work. Shut up. Anyway, so what happened, and I realize you're just trying to tell me to be nice, but I'm just going to speak the way I choose to speak. And if someone doesn't like me, for God's sakes, cuss me out like a normal person and walk away from me and don't listen. Like, or call the police. But the police don't care now because they're letting rapists out of jail. So keep that in mind. BML doesn't care now. BML doesn't care now because they let Larry Elder get called fucking blackface. The blackface of white supremacy. So don't tell me about politically correct bullshit, okay? Right? Jesus. It pisses me off. I'm not accepted. I don't care what you call. I'm going to call them the way I want to do. Just politically correct like this. Anyway, so we're in the security office and John is like, we're going to go on a plane. You're going to be okay. It's a different pilot. It's good, right? So Jason's still filming. So we're on the plane and now it's like kind of drizzly raining and there's like fog all around. And the stewardess comes up to John and she gives him like 2 drinks. She's like, I think you need this, right? And so then, oh my God, Jason's still filming on the airline. Like he's looking at his film and he's doing everything. I've got the footage somewhere. I just transposed, after Keith died, I took all of our videos out of the garage and I transposed them, right? Anyway, put them on digital. So I'm sure they're somewhere in some crazy thing, me running through the airport, screaming out the window going, look what he did to the plane like this. Anyway, I was so shaken by it. It was almost out of body. It's like I could see something. So we're on the plane and I looked out the window and there was like, they always booked me next to the planes that are commuter planes that go from Seattle to LA are 2 rows, 3 in each, not big planes. They're the commuter planes. I always got booked with some very large person next to me, like a football playing guy, where I was like this, right? Anyway, I was sitting next. There was a bunch of people like that around me. The boys and John were over there. Keith refused to fly with me after the age of 10, right? Just refused to fly. He's like, I'm not sitting next to her. She's wacky. So anyway, I look out the window and there's like cloud cover. So we're just flying through the clouds. So suddenly I stand up on the plane and I'm like, did anybody ever think we're flying upside down and we're going to hit a mountain? I freaked out. The men on one half of the plane just turned around and I was having such panic. It was hilarious. Anyway, that's what happened. So I got off the plane and that's what happened. Jason filmed it. Yeah, who cares what Rachel is? Anyway, that was our experience. That was truly a 911. I'll never forget it. It just, it's crazy. I can't stand politically correct, and it's okay if you are politically correct. That's fine. You can be politically correct, but don't shove your view on me, okay? And if I want to call somebody a name that I want to call them, I'm bloody well going to do it. I'm going to do it no matter what I choose to do, okay? I am. And if you call me racist, I'll take, so what? You call me a bitch, and now what? Okay, so when people, remember that, when people energetically call you a name, like you're a bitch, you're a hoe, you're this, shut your mouth, you're a, whatever they're saying when you're trying to prove a point, yeah, I don't care. I don't ever want anyone telling me what they want to be called. I don't care. So I'm just not listening to it. I will not do politically incorrect. And don't tell me I misunderstood everybody. I know what I think, and it only matters what I think coming from my body, right? I don't care what you think if you think I misunderstood somebody, because you're not in my body. So I understand from my perspective and you understand from your perspective. So keep your boundaries like that and don't cross my boundaries. Okay. Was the pilot Greek and not Middle East? Could have been. Could have been. I just went for that. But you see, I was hooking into what was going to happen. It wasn't about what the person was. I was hooking into the energy of 9 + 1 + 1. Okay, so I was hooking into that energy. That's how psychic energy works. That's how it works. Okay, so remember, when people try to, when you have a point and you're out there in public and you're trying to say something, like let's just use the example of the blackface of white supremacy printed by the LA Times. Okay, let's use that comment. If that man is up there speaking, right, and he is on stage and they turn around and they throw that at his face, and then nothing happened to that plane, it was what was going to happen to the other planes. But let's say they throw that in his face, it distracts him from the conversation. So remember, when people use things to discredit your wording by calling you racist, slut, hoe, bitch, crazy, mentally ill, all of that right there. Okay, good for you, Trisha. When they use those words, they're designed to take your strength and power energetically, whip it around, and then you're defending yourself. Like a lot of times I get called crazy. All the time I get called crazy. You know, they're like, oh, that's crazy. Well, it's actually not crazy. And I don't care if you think I'm crazy. And now what? So the way to take the energy back and set your boundaries is if somebody calls you a name like that, like let's say, you know, a husband, a boss, a bitch ass girlfriend calls you crazy bitch, right? All of that kind of stuff, right? Because they don't like what you say or you don't politically align with them, whatever kind of fucking person. Oh, a mushroom cloud. I wish they'd, I'm not going to say it. I wish they'd do it. Do it. And our faith that has to be here. We either go somewhere or we don't, right? So go. They haven't blown this planet up yet. Have they ever blown this planet up? Like there's many times they should have done it. Just saying. But here's the problem. When somebody calls me a name now, I look at them and I say, yeah, and so. Because if you call me crazy slut hoe, bitch, racist, fatty, stupid, whatever, so what? Do you think that's going to stop me from speaking my mind because you're trying to weaken my strength with your judgment on me? Set your boundaries and go, yeah, okay, now what? What are you going to call me now? I agree with you. And move forward, move out of my way. This is how you approach it. Do not let them do that. They do it. So I was pretty as a teenager, I know. That's my natural face. But people want to make up stories about that too. Whatever. But that's what they do. They try to call you names because you get so hurt. I can't believe they think I'm a fucking hoe or whatever. Okay, yeah, that's not my problem if you think I'm a crazy bitch because you don't like what I'm saying, or if you think I'm a hoe because whatever. I don't care. Call me whatever name you want. I'm still going to keep talking. So this is how I feel about that. So when anybody says anything, I'm going to answer you back. I don't have to answer everybody, and trolls aren't important, but these are my boundaries. So when you're on my channel, and I never tell somebody how you see something, because if you take it a certain way, okay, I know I'm offended, bunch of tampon wearers. Sorry. That's rude. I'm not allowed to say that. But nobody can tell me how I take something. I take it the way I take it. Just because you don't want to acknowledge that somebody is being passive aggressive, crossing a boundary, or fucking with somebody is your own delusional life. So you stay in your delusional lane and I will stay in mine. And I will stay the way I want to say it. So, you know, no, I didn't get my new tattoo yet. This is my other one. It's still here. Here. Oh, the writing's over here. But anyway, when people do that, it's an energetic vampiring of you. Because you're so worried, like when they called Trump a racist, which I don't know if he is or not, and I don't give a shit. I think all politicians are garbage, okay? So don't say I'm a Trump liker. Don't call me anything. I think they're all crap. I don't agree with the way that they treat them, though. And when they keep saying, you're a racist, you're a slut, you're a this, if the politician gets too worried about that, then they're not going to focus on what they need to do because their ego is like, oh my God, I'm not a racist. It doesn't matter if you are. So what? What, you're not entitled to? And don't tell me, because all these people with the BLM, with George Soros, okay, with the George Soros, what, people can't be racist? They're going to be racist in their head. You know how you know this? You know this in families where you see white kids married to other white kids. If you don't see racial difference in a family and then they espouse all of this like airy-fairy peacefulness, then you know they're full of shit, okay? Because one of those kids gonna like somebody different, but they're taught not to. A lot, like the Queen of England, her hair's falling out of her head because of Meghan Markle, who doesn't really even look problematic to me. Yes, mentally, but not the other. But her head's, you know, that had to be planned or that wouldn't have happened. So, like, these people go, oh, you're racist. I don't know. Who were your kids married to? I don't see any people of color in your family. Shut up. Yeah. Let me see what you're doing in your family. It's the same as Bozo the Clown in office. Clown Bozo, President Bozo. He did a speech in the 80s where he taught, thank you so much, Pixie 27. He did a, wait, I had a bad depression when I was 28 and now everyone thinks I'm crazy. You know what you tell them? And who's sane on this planet? There's losers wearing masks in their cars by themselves. Losers. That's not politically correct, and I don't give a fuck. You're a mentally ill human being if you are in your car wearing a mask and you don't have a life-threatening condition with an oxygen thing on your back. Anyway, you're out of your fucking mind. The masks don't work. You're in the car by yourself. You are crazy. And depression is not craziness. It's ridiculous. Okay, wait, Teresa. Hold on. You got a present. Oh, thank you. I haven't opened them. They're on the floor over there. I haven't opened anybody's present. And Teresa, this is good. You said you sent me an email. Thank you so much. Where did you send the email to, and can you resend it? Because I couldn't find it and it was making me crazy yesterday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Teresa and Lena for the present. I've got them over there and a pile on the floor. But when you're looking at the energy of people on this planet, they have us so easily offended by being called anything. That's our ego. What do I care what you fucking think of me? Go. I don't care. Now, getting back to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was, well, whatever. Okay, let's word it this way. When she's performing, okay, and she talks about, like Beyonce, Sasha Fierce coming into her, Rowan or whatever, coming into Nicki, and she can't get rid of it. Now, let me explain how that works, because people who are not educated in the occult, and I'm a baby person educating in it, as in it's been part of my life, but I'm sure there's people that know a shit ton more. Okay, Sloan at sloanbella.com or insight at sloanbella.com. Yep, veneers. Anyway, when you're looking at people who get into an altered state during a religious ceremony, okay, so let's just look at it like this. Sometimes when you're performing, when you're running, when you're doing any kind of religion, let's say hoodoo, voodoo, oh my God, I can't look at it. I can't look at it right now. But anyway, any kind of religion like that you do, right? And you go into an altered trance, you are letting things into your body. You go to an occult shop in Los Angeles, there's many. So you pick a candle out and you're like, I want money and fame. I want a candle like this. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, all of you. You want all of those things. So you pick a candle. Do you know some of those candles are made under the principle of different religions that you're not? You could be Catholic, you could be whatever, but they conjure up, okay, entities connected to the energy of that candle. So you do that, you're asking that entity to come to you. Let's look at Catholics. Catholics be lighting their candles. They're asking for the patron saint of la 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 la. Patron saint was a human man. The saint, by man, sainted. What demon are you calling into you? What entity? What alien? What goldfish? What are you calling into you? Because when you're doing work like that, the voodoo, when you watch them and they dance like that, they are dancing in an altered state. And I don't care what anybody thinks. You are in an altered state. Who is coming in and who is going out? You are in an altered state. Well, you've got, I mean, I don't know, just, whatever. They call shit in. So Nicki Minaj opened herself up for the purpose of fame and money and singing, all right? She can't get rid of it now. It's in her. So when I channel, they're not coming in my body. I stopped that as a teenager. That used to happen naturally to me. The energy's outside of me here, okay? So there's a difference. You can tell when you let something into your body. They start slamming on the crown chakra. For me, they come right in through the crown chakra, and I get like this. Oof, like I'm so nauseous like this when they try to get in. And some spirits are so bossy, they try to get in just like that. Do you know what I'm saying? They try to get in. I told them, get the fuck out of me. Like, don't. When I was a teenager, I was narcoleptic. They were in constantly, in, out, in, out. I get a tapping on my head like this sometimes. And then I start to feel very lightheaded. very vibratory, lightheaded, like I've been on an amusement ride. And then I start to, actually, you can see me, I go like this. I start to woo around and I lose my balance. And then I know they're trying to come in. So I say no. As a kid, I didn't know how to handle it. They were just in me and I was watching. Yeah, it's like a vertigo thing. But I know when they try to get in. When you do Reiki, that can happen too. So don't ever kid yourself. Don't ever kid yourself. Right? And when they use their hands, when they're doing this, yeah, I'm like, get out. But yeah, as a kid, it happened to me. I didn't know what was happening. So, you know, I was out of body all the time. When you do Reiki, they talk about something coming through them and healing you. So you have to be very sure that your Reiki practitioner works with God and not their God, your God, God and Jesus. Not the dark one, the flipped one in the reverse world. But you have to be sure. Yeah, I'm not picking on Lucas, Bobby. I'm just saying what happened in 2001, the way I spoke, and someone's trying to correct my speech. Pisses me off. I don't accept it. But that's what happens. Like, that's what happens when something tries to get in. I get very, very disconnected from my physical, and I'm like, ugh, and noises. And sometimes I will, like, it will happen while I'm reading, and then I will get out from reading, and I will go in the supermarket, and I can literally see people's energy talking to me all out, and you'd be surprised the way people, their energy jumps out. Like, I literally can hear it in their heads, you know. What's your thoughts on light language? Oh, I've heard about light that. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar. I've encountered false. Oh, yeah, because they're on the astral. Yeah, headaches. Well, that's when they're trying to get in, and I fight them. I'm like, get the fuck out. Like, you'll see me. I go right. I come in the house. I walked in the house this morning. And there was a group of people staring at me. I don't even want to know what they're doing because I wasn't working today that way. I was doing all my stuff for Keith, but which is a lot of paperwork. It's a year later. It's a year later, and I'm still doing a lot. Okay. I believe in God. I don't believe in any man-made religion. It's fine, whatever you practice. But I believe chanting anything like that. But I literally walked in the house and it was full of people. I opened the studio, my front door, walked in, and they're all staring at me. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know why. I said, get out, all of you, out. I will walk around saying that. I'm like, get out, just get out. So there you go. Spiders are creative. So I don't know what starseed I am. I don't even look at that really, but I told them to get the fuck out. I'm like, get out. You know, that's what I do. I'm like, get out. Oh, they can rewire intruders. Yes. Well, just think about when you go on a drinking bender, right? Oh, Beyonce is satanic as fuck. You know what's a funny story? Here's a funny story about Beyonce and Jay-Z. This is funny. So you do have text. I looked at your email. Yes. Did you text me right now? Text me on the work number on the email. Maybe you did text me. I have to see. I'm sorry. I do get hundreds of texts a day. I don't know what your number's from. Wait. I sent somebody. Oh, Gloria. Shit. She might have been supposed to have a reading today. Oh. Damn it. I must have had to change her. Gloria, if you're watching, I have to change you to tomorrow. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I don't know where it went, but email me. You just email me again, please, because I get so many. I can't. I was so frustrated. But, or Instagram message me or Facebook message me too. I don't discuss my prices on here because I'm not looking to do more readings right now. But anyway, what I was going to say is, no, yet I don't know it. Wait, not yet. I don't know it. Oh, you don't know what? Okay, well, text me on that because that's this phone right here, so I will get it. It'll show up. But anyway, I was at a shelter, and I was redoing the bedrooms with a bunch of other people. Like Maroon 5 did one of the bedrooms in the shelter. Rachel Roy did another bedroom in the shelter. I was there. There were some other people that weren't, known people, like people from church and that doing the shelter, right? And so anyway, Rachel Roy was in there. I think that's her. I'm pretty sure it's her. And she's a beautiful looking woman. She had these darling kids, okay? These beautiful kids. And the kids were little and they were painting the room. We each got our own rooms, right? To redo for the kids in the shelter. So the shelter person is like, you know, Sloan's a psychic, right? And so this one woman, she would not look me in the eyes. The kids came to me, the rappers came to me. You know, everybody wants to know that, right? So she would not look at me. In fact, she gave me dirty looks. And I was like, does she not like psychics? And then my friend was like, I don't know what's up with her. Anyway, long story short, yes, he was having an affair with Jay-Z, and I was in the shelter doing the rooms with her at the exact same time. Then I saw her walk out of Whole Foods, and she was like this. She's a very big woman. Like, she's taller than me, like 5'10", 5'9", 5'10". She's a very good-looking woman. But that's what that face was. She thought I could read her thoughts. I wasn't even looking because I didn't even know who the fuck she was, you know? I didn't know. So that's my funny story. And then when I read it in the paper, I was like, that's who that is. So anyway, that's what that, I was like, she would not look at me. You know, don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't blame any of them, okay? Jay-Z's a pig. He's also, oh, Windsor, that's where my dad's from. He's also adopted dad, not birth dad, because I don't know who that is. Anyhow, Jay-Z, you know, he's a pig. Jay-Z's a pig, and he's high up in there, right? He's high up, right? But, yeah, I blame them both. If you know a man's married, maybe don't have an affair with him. Freemasonry is another form of Luciferianism in its negative sense, or however you want to word it. It's a form of the blood cults. So, right? Better call Becky with the good hair. Yeah, exactly. But Jay-Z, I mean, of course he does. It's a blood cult. I don't even know if it's fair to lump all Satanists and Luciferians in with them. What they're doing is an entirely different notch up. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in all of that. Not everybody partakes in murder and doing all kinds of things. But Jay-Z, well, take a look at him. And Beyonce, just for your own fun, Google Beyonce turns into a demon and watch that on YouTube. It's fantastic. Watch it. And out comes her demon, you know, with her hair. Watch that. Really. Yeah, Beyonce turns into a demon. Guelph. Well, the Freemasons understand they're of that culture. It's secretive, and that's what they do. Not everybody in it is going to be, just because you work in the church as a custodian doesn't mean you're going to know what the priest is doing. But Beyonce uses her hands. Watch their hands when they go out there. I'm not even going to make the hand gestures on here. I was at dinner with somebody in my family, and they started doing the 666 sign, right? And they shoved it in my fucking face, right? And I was like, don't put your fucking hand in my face. And he was like, it's just the okay. And I'm like, who told you that? That's what they want you to think. And you keep doing it to me so you know what it is and you're fucking with me. And then just as I was arguing with this family member, this long-haired guy comes by. He was behind us and he was shit-faced drunk, right? And he comes by. He stands adjacent. So I'm at a table like this. The family's over here. Friends, whatever. And this guy's here. He's got long hair like a rocker, whatever. I noticed him because he just stood beside me way too long. And I'm sitting down eating, and I don't like people around me like that. I watched him literally. I watched a demon come in and a demon go out, or an entity. I watched him click his body like that. He was trying to walk to the bathroom. I watched him stop, and I was telling the person who did the okay sign, I was watching him. I said, look at that. And he's like, what is he doing? I go, that's the transference right there. Then he walked off, and I was like, oh my God. Like, it was right there. And it was like, wow. Yeah, no, he was right beside me. I was like that. So, no, just some random guy in a bar. It was very weird. It was very weird. But people, we are taught it's the okay sign. They do it all the time. Once you start praying a lot, they will try to stop you. If you go along with this kind of in the middle of the road, I don't care, whatever, they're not going to bother you. But when you pray, they know it, and then they fucking try to get you. Yes, witches and warlocks. Beyonce's hands when she's holding the mic, Rihanna. If you don't know that fucking Rihanna's demonic, I don't know what to say. I don't care if she sings good, has a great body, gives a great blowjob. I don't care what she does. She's demonic, okay? So she is. There's a lot of them. You watch them, okay? Watch their music when they go into a levitated state. Watch them bathing in the rivers, in the bathtubs. They think you don't know. Here's the thing, because people always ask me, I'm sure Mariah Carey, she was gone. Mariah Carey's sister said they went into satanic ritual. But of course they call her prostitute, drug addicted sister crazy. But we all know prostitutes that are drug addicted, where they come from in their background. Childhood sexual abuse. Okay? Look at that guy. What's that bunny guy's name? Is there a guy that sings something bunny? I don't know if he's Spanish or whatever. They go in, like Billie Eilish, they go into the levitation state. You know that's demonic, right? It's fine if you want to do it. Go levitate all you want. Yes, Bad Bunny. Yeah, fuck that guy, Bad Bunny. What a douche. Yeah, Bad Bunny, he's doing it. There's Billie Eilish. There's all of it. Their eyes in there, they do the bloodletting, they do all. What do you think? We don't know what you're doing? Here's the thing. God's children and Satan's children, just because you're satanic doesn't mean I'm not going to hang out in a club where you are, or a music venue, or wherever you are, or a dinner table with you, whatever you're doing, because God always puts his representatives there. So when people ask, because people do ask me this, how can you, be around, Bad Bunny's a demon. I didn't even know who he was. I'm like, who is this fucktard? But people ask me, how can you do certain things and read certain clients and you know what they are? I said, because I literally say in my prayers, use me how you choose to use me, to God, right? So, of course, when the gangbanger stands up in the neighborhood, we'll call them the blood cult, the gangbanger, and the nice lady next door, right, with the shotgun in the background, who's working like within society, the one working without society, she's probably going to go over there and not run scared, because God always puts his people in the same space, because it's the balance. That's what karma is balance. So just because you think you're going to get one over on me, and you think, I remember when Ariana told me the demons were coming after her. That's an actual conversation I had with her. Yes. Aw, thank you. Oh my God. Aw, thank you. Thank you, guys. Princess, Teresa and Lena, thank you. I accept prayers all over. But God's children are placed in position so you can have a whole industry full of demons, and they do go into alter states on stage. They do. They go, not everybody, but I've seen it. So you're not going to tell me, okay, Michael Jackson, interesting. Obviously, yes. Look at this video. What is this video? Oh my God, I was watching it on Reels. I love Michael Jackson. I'm really sorry. I love the Jackson 5. I'm really sorry. I love anything Jackson, okay? Anything. But I was watching a video. Now remember, Masonic colors, black and white tile, black and white. In movies, John Benet Ramsey's house. They're millionaires. Remember that? Oh, they have the best house. I watched the video of them walking through their house. They got the fucking Freemason tiles in their kitchen. So you're so rich, you came up with black and white tiles in your ugly ass kitchen. How dumb are you? Like, how dumb do you think we are? And she was a sacrifice. And it was a business deal, period. Watch my video on that one. But I was watching a Michael Jackson video. You know when he does the army, like Hitler moves on stage, and he's wearing a white suit, the white socks, the white armband on the black jacket. So I was just watching it. I can't help it, all right? So he's doing his thing, and he was grabbing his crotch always, right? I thought he had a lot of sexual abuse because he kept grabbing that crotch. I'm like, could you stop? Because you're really not sexual at all, and you keep grabbing that crotch, and I'm like, what are you trying to do? It's just in your face, right? It's like, can you stop? But I looked at his backup dancers on this video, and it's a song I didn't listen to or whatever. I looked at his backup dancers, all dressed the same, right? But with the red gloves on. Blood sacrifice just before he went on stage. On that, or when they filmed that, oh yeah, White Bunny, I know, Bad Bunny, crotch grabber. And the Pretty Young Thing, when you listen to Pretty Young Thing, you're like, I love Pretty Young Thing. But when you look at Pretty Young Thing and listen to the words, you're like, oh my freaking God. But anyway, if you look at them, he has his backup dancers with the red gloves on. So that's the blood sacrifice. White and red in the Catholic Church is the blood sacrifice. Black and white is the Masonic tile. When you walk into a courthouse, when you do that, these are prison. I mean, a police station. I was in 2 police stations today. Filing criminal, what was I doing? Filing criminal harassment assaults against a person who threatened to kill me. Anyway, whatever. Writing a report. That's what I was doing. The officer's like, well, do you really think? I'm like, yeah, extensive criminal record, mentally ill. Yeah, I do. Anyway, so anyway, I went from one to the other. That was early this morning. But having said that, okay, Michael Jackson's videos, look at it. Look at Sammy Davis Jr. Just look at him. I don't know if his eye was really a glass eye or not. I'm not even disputing that. But he covered his eye with a patch. What the fuck do you think that is? I watched the last series of Mad Men. One of the ad executives had to get shot in the eye so that he could wear a patch so they could fuck with us for the rest of the season. Now I'm mad at Mad Men people, okay? And I love that show, so I'm mad. So when you look at what they do, right? Sammy Davis Jr. is an admitted Satanist. Now, I went hiking with a couple, I ran into a couple hiking. The husband was in the industry and they're older than me. I'm not going to say who they are. Well, no, whatever. I don't know that you know who they are. In my neighborhood, I was hiking. So we're running down the hill and he got out of the industry due to an illness, which he considered to be lucky. And he says to me, you know, Tina Louise, remember Gilligan's Island, beautiful Tina Louise? He's like, yeah, you know, when she came to dinner with us, she casually told us that she was a Satanist. And I was like, huh? And yeah. Jane Mansfield, them. And it's fine if that's what you believe. You got to come here and you're allowed, you got free will here. But when you're doing the blood cult stuff, I don't care if you pray to Satan, whatever you want to pray to, okay? Go ahead, do whatever you want. Who knows who anybody's praying to? But when you involve children, ritual, no, Sammy Davis Jr. was an admitted Satanist, period. And Jewish by birth, or whatever, but he was a Satanist. We have free will here, so I'm not even going to debate that. I don't care. I can still sit down with you at dinner. I can still talk to you. I can still do whatever. But when you hurt children and you're in the blood cult, y'all know what I mean by that? Well, Brian, the Beach Boys, who's the one that had Carney Wilson? Her dad, Brian Wilson. If he is an MK Ultra and tortured as a human being, you know, I don't know what to say. But if you're doing what they do in satanic ritual, and people like to poo-poo it like it's not real, I guarantee you it's real. I know it's real. I saw it as a kid. I didn't see anybody killed, but I saw people who partaked in it, and I saw things that I shouldn't have seen, and Jane Mansfield's as well. There's a lot of them. Yeah, they scrambled Brian. It's a scrambled brain. It's a scrambled brain. Pedivores, exactly. It's a scramble. And people think that we're crazy. Oh, who would do that? Because you sit down and you eat your chicken at night. And you're like, I eat my chicken dinner. I wouldn't do it. It's a blood cult. And people have to just say it happens. You don't really think that serial killers get out there doing the shit that they do, Jeffrey Dahmer style. Remember, in court, Jeffrey Dahmer said, I'm so sorry. I don't remember doing it. I don't know why I did it. He was in the military. There's mind control there. It's not just for money. Well, they do sell out for money, but they also have to give of themselves in a way where you can blackmail them. That's why I'm upfront with everything I do. That's why I'm upfront with it. You're not going to blackmail me. You would never fucking blackmail me. I don't care what I do. If I fuck someone upside down with my ugly, pimply, celluloid ass and it gets on the internet, I'm going to own it. I'm going to make it a bumper sticker. So I learned that as a kid. I saw what they did. I grew up in a family where blackmail was the thing. So whatever it is that you want to mock me, make fun of me, humiliate me, say I'm whatever, insert mocking technique, I'm putting it on the back of a car. You will never get me that way. If you want to say I did whatever, you will never get me that way because I'm an open book. I'm not keeping anything. I will out myself so that you can't control me. That's it. This is why I'm not didn't make it in TV or anything like that. I had a friend tell me you're not controllable because I'm not going to allow it. I will absolutely not allow you to do that. So yeah, mocking. Oh my God. We mock in our society though. The government mocks us. Look at Biden. What is that? We need these people to take that. Shut up, you doddering old fuck. What are you, 80? And why isn't he talking, Bozo in the office? Why isn't Bozo talking about his first wife, okay, his first wife and his daughter and the alcoholic that was driving the car? Or would that be Bozo himself and he took off? And then Ted Kennedy style left it as something else. I'm just curious why that's not being mentioned. Just wondering. Thank you for that. And wait, Richard Gudin. Aw, thank you so much, you guys. Richard Jr. and Lucinda, thank you so much. It's so nice, but I mean, not but, thank you so much. I don't understand why people can't, you can say Jeffrey Dahmer's there and you can say he's an anomaly, but they're not even in their bodies. You understand they've done something or they've been mind controlled or they've been programmed. That's what a handler does too. And then the person does it. You know, they've been controlled. So when the handler's like this in the audience, why do you think actors go everywhere with their agents or their managers? To control them. That's another word for handler, or an obsessed father with a daughter, or an obsessed mother with a son, whatever it is. So that's what, no, J-Lo probably practices Santeria. And there, you know, we all in metaphysical practices, there's probably all kinds of combined thing with Celtic religion, Druids, I mean, all over. But what I'm talking about is there are certain candles where people pray to somebody to open up their money, their love, their whatever, right? And when that happens, they're bringing something into their energetic space to help them. Then what happens when you can't let it go? What happens when it won't get out of you and you start having horrible feelings at night? You're possessed. What happens then? What happens then? Right. You have to go through prayer to God. You have to ask God to relieve you of it. And that's not easy. It's a childbirth of sorts because you are being rebranded under the light and umbrella of God. So you actually have to go through the birth process again because you've stepped away by letting them into you. So that's a problem. Right? Yeah, there's voodoo, exactly. Voodoo, who, look at them when they're in an altered state. Look at some of them on stage. Lady Gaga wore a meat dress. Do you really think she wore, I mean, why was that a thing? Why is that a fucking thing, right? Why is that a thing, a meat dress? Get off stage, you bitch, because that's not a thing, you gross bitch. You are not, it is not stylish. You are not a fashion icon. There's nothing you do. And look what she calls her audience members. My little monsters. Or she calls them monsters. She doesn't call them fun names. She calls them her little monsters. That's a sigil. That's what she's saying. You are my monsters. Therefore, she's aligning in their energy fields with those words. That's a sigil. Get it? Do you see what I'm saying? Right. It's probably human meat. Exactly. I know. And I mean, it's just, you can see it. You can see it. I don't want meat. Like, if you want to eat fucking meat, eat meat, but don't put it on you. And this style, they're like, and then they have all, at the Met Gala, they have all these stupid people dressed in stupid clothing. You are not a fashion icon if you look like that. I saw the dumbest shit. Okay? Just the dumbest shit on people. And you know, what's with the men on the runway wearing skirts like and heels? Just stop. You mock women enough. Just stop. Like, as a woman, I actually just fucking stop. It's never going to become a fashion statement for anyone to wear 6-inch heels and a mini skirt, especially if you have balls. Unless you're a drag queen, and I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about men on the fashion thing, trying to start a trend for men. Baptisms, I did it to my kids for John, but, you know, I don't know that if I wasn't married to a person who was Catholic, I don't know whether I would have done it that way. You know, but yeah, I don't know whether I would have, but wait, something about Pete Davidson. I don't like that guy either. Let's see. They wear dress. I know. It's a humiliation ritual. Look back on all the TV shows. Nos. Oh yeah. Little Nos is pregnant. Like, I'm sorry. You're not very original, Little Nos. We've seen it before. We got your shoes with the blood in them. We got the fact that you took it up the ass from the devil. We got it. Like, that's cool record, but they mock psychics, okay? And they mock people for less. But this guy can take it up the ass from the devil and get pregnant. Right. Little Nas. I knew as soon as he was with Billy Ray Cyrus. Every time I hear the name Ray in the middle of something with a man, I'm thinking of Deliverance. I'm thinking of Deliverance. Okay, sorry. It just came out. I apologize for that judgment. But Little Nas, like, that's not, I mean, if you think that that's music, whether it is music or not, why is he pregnant? Why are you mocking women who can get pregnant? Because you think you can? He doesn't have a uterus. He has a dick. Oh, I know, it's inventive. It's inventive. They're so unique. Well, all they ever do with men is put them in dresses. Remember Rock Hudson with Doris Day? There I go, aging myself from the past life. Remember that? He was always in house coats, and no one wears house coats anymore, I don't think. But he was always in house coats, and girls, you know. So just remember, that's all they do. They're not, and Martin Lawrence as well. They're not very original, because all they can think to do to a man is dress him up as women. Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, Marilyn Monroe. Let's mock Monroe and have these two clowns be women on a bus. Like, nobody thinks that they pass for women. Two humiliation rituals right there. So let's do that. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's do that. So that's what they do. John Ritter, all of it. I mean, that's all. I know Rock Hudson was a closet. Hello, we've had this discussion. Yes, I do know that. But when you look at it, they're not very original in any kind of music or any kind of movies. If they dress the man in a dress, like, that's not original. We've seen it. So let's do something different, right? Thank you, Wolf Mother. Thank you for that. Dean Martin. I could go all the way back. And then I heard this gross thing. Now I'm just going to talk Elvis. And then I have to go because it's 8:30. Okay, so then I heard this other thing on Elvis. You know how he died on the toilet and they said a heart attack? I actually heard somebody say that he hadn't gone number 2 for 4 months, and he died from a rupture in the bowels from being backed up from taking all of the opioids. Carol Burnett is disgusting to me because she just is. I'm sorry. Shut up. Who said that? I'm sorry for those that like her. I'm sure Brad Pitt beat Angie. Why wouldn't he? I mean, why? What's going to stop these people? They're a blood cult. Why wouldn't they beat each other? Yeah. I'm sure Elvis slept with his mother. Yeah, I'm throwing that one out there. I have no idea what he was. I just know I heard this thing and I was like, oh my God. John Ritter, definitely. Go all the way back. Look at them. I mean, yeah. Jerry Garcia. Now, that's another thing. How did these celebrities get on the donation list because they have money? That shouldn't be a thing, but it is. I don't like Carol Burnett. Yeah, they say his intestines were from not going number 2 because he took all of the opioids, the heroin products. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I really have a headache now because I'm hungry again. And I think my blood blisters burst. I'm so excited. Okay. Tom Petty, I mean, didn't he chase a rabbit down a hole? Like, don't we know he's chasing the high? The Andro. God, I like the front of your car with the chrome on it. Yeah. What was that guy's name? Somebody wrote a book about it in the 50s. The last name Hunter or the first name Hunter? I don't know. But yeah, let's just look at it. And you know how they look when they drink that stuff? They have like skin, even if they work out. And I've seen it in people, so I know what they're doing. It's my tip off. Hunter Thompson. Read his book. Carol Burnett was so ugly, she shouldn't have been on TV. I'm saying that. Her personality, her heart, I should shut up because she's like 90. Shut up, Sloan. Stop. That's mean. Okay. I just felt her to be not nice. Sorry. I'm going to stop. Anyway, they have a flubber on their body. That's exactly right when they do it. And they can work out and they can be hot men, but I can see it. When I see it, I actually get this, like, I don't want to be around them because I think that they give off the toxins of what it would be like if you did that for the andro and then the chrome on the front of your car. You know what I'm saying? I can't even wink without opening my mouth. It's ridiculous. Okay, bye, you guys. I must go. Yes, death becomes her. I don't like anything like that. Yeah, and look who's in that, Goldie Hawn. La 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 la. And and there are false idols. Like, we are supposed to be like them. The only reason we want to be like them is because they're treated so much better than the normal people with their paychecks and everything else. I don't want to be like you. Okay. Yeah, I thought she died of cigarette lung cancer at 28, conveniently. Okay, I got to go to bed. Bye, you guys. I mean, to get something to eat, then go to bed, to get up early, to do things with the clients. Okay, bye, you guys. Bye.